Okay, number 2. This is from an INF person. Would you mind explaining the difference between introverted intuition and extroverted intuition? I can't tell if I'm an INFJ or INFP, and I think those two functions are the hardest ones for me to understand. Okay. Yes, I can explain to you the difference between introverted intuition and extroverted intuition, but I will also have other questions for you that might help you determine whether you're an INFJ or an INFP, because frankly, we have those two types have no functions in common. So there are a couple of points that could also help you identify what it is. So introverted intuition is like this data bank that we carry with us. It shows things to us from the past. So it's very past oriented. It's this is what happened before, so this is what's likely to happen going forward in the future. And the data is about patterns. So when you see something happening 2 or 3 times, you form a pattern in your mind and you lock it away to say this is likely outcome for, this thing that's out there, what's happening right now. So that's an introverted, like inward oriented intuition. The outward oriented intuition is focused on what could be possible. So the outward oriented focus is very much around, what could happen in the future. And if you're an INFP, you have this extroverted intuition, and it's like, well, this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen, and this could happen. And you're talking about things in the outside world, saying that these are all possibilities. So you're exploring possibilities, as opposed to the introverted intuition, which is quite sure about what the possible outcome is. So the extroverted, in my mind, the extroverted intuition is a lot more open to what could happen. So it's not that the introverted intuition is set in stone, it's not, but it's the introverted intuition has quietly observed enough to make a recognition of pattern, whereas the extroverted intuition is very much like, even you can hear these, INFPs, extroverted intuition people, they talk about things happening, what they could do as if they're doing it or as if they're going to be doing it. So it seems to an INFP doing that for an INFJ looks like a person who wants to, who's going to do all these different things. And the INFJ in their mind, because their introverted intuition is they're trying to fit it in and now make it a reality, whereas the extroverted intuition person is just talking about what could be possible. But it sounds like they've already committed to it, but they haven't. They're just hashing things out, so to speak. So that's the big difference between the intuition. For me, when it comes to decision making, is when we can really tell the difference between INFJs and INFPs, and in particular the feeling function. So introverted feeling, which is INFP function, is very much about, this is the right thing for me. Like, I know in my gut that this is the right thing for me, or this is not the right thing for me. Whereas an extroverted intuition person who hasn't maybe done shadow work doesn't have that. They're like, yeah, we could do that. Let's just see how that works. And they're extroverted intuition people, or INFJs in this case, are a lot more concerned about keeping the harmony between people. So even if they know that it's not a good thing, they'll still go along with it and kind of say, well, maybe I'm wrong. So extroverted feeling people are a lot more likely to take lead from others, whereas introverted feeling people, when something is wrong, it's wrong and you're not going to do it. So that to me is a better differentiation between the INFJ and the INFP. Having said all that, I'm an INFJ, very clearly, and having been doing shadow work for quite some time, meaning that I'm working with the functions of the INFP, which are the exact opposite functions of the INFJ. I can really relate to authenticity now. So I can really relate to introverted feeling. It's like if something doesn't feel right, I just say it. this isn't right, as opposed to the old INFJ extroverted feeling, which is like, well, it could be fine, it could be right. Whereas now I'm like, no, it's not right for me. I'm not doing it. And I know that there are INFPs who have challenges in speaking up what they need. But if something is really, really wrong, it's really, really wrong, and you're willing to take action on it. So that would be kind of my 2 cents worth for that question. So I hope that helps you identify it. If not, pop your comments in the comment section, your further questions, whatever you might have. Or if you haven't already done so, get in touch with the admins of the group, or even, this is even better, email us at desk@merjasumiloff.com. If you haven't already if you're a part of this Integrated Life group on Facebook, if you haven't already used your gift voucher for an exploration call, then email us at desk@merjasumiloff.com and request the exploration call with the qualified mentors.